Hello and welcome. I am Chantal Pierrat and I am the founder of Emerging Women. And it's our mission to increase women's leadership across the globe and also to create a new paradigm for power that fully integrates the feminine perspective. Tall order, but we're doing it. We help brilliant women like you be seen, be heard, and to live and lead from the truth of who you are. But here's the problem. While some of you will hear this and say, heck yes, I hear the call, I'm ready, I feel the fire building in me and I'm ready to step out and be visible. There will be many of you that will say, hang on, this isn't for me, I'm not really that brilliant, or I'm not a leader, or I don't even like power. Look how power is being used in the world. No, thank you, that's not for me. And this is especially true about power. The current and historic paradigm of top-down, rule with an iron fist, at worst, fear-mongering, at best, go it alone, competitive, power over, singular, win at all cost style, that has been so prominent in systems all across the world is exhausting everybody, women and men alike. And certainly, we're exhausting the earth and our natural resources with this approach. As Melinda Gates says, we're sending our daughters into a work environment built for our dads. And I will tell you, sisters, we women are burning out trying to fit into that. And if you're not feeling brilliant, it's understandable. It's hard to shine when these systems of power were never created with women in mind in the first place. And the not enoughness running through our minds as we set our sights for higher ground thwart our efforts to play a bigger game. Here's what we're facing. In leadership, we're mostly underrepresented. And when we get there, we're isolated, and it makes it particularly intimidating to try something new or to take risks. 2, we're often juggling our role as nurturer or being the family or community glue with what we really want, our individual desires for life and a career that feels personally fulfilling. 3, there's an epidemic of fear and self-doubt in the collective psyche of women, born from millennia of being subjugated, silenced, and suppressed. That has been so difficult to overcome, but we are going to do it. We also have our own limiting beliefs, inherited from our own personal experience, our circumstances, past traumas, or our just general fight or flight tendencies. And these keep us cycling in the same habitual patterns, and they put a cap on what we think is possible for ourselves. To compensate for all of this, we work twice as hard, gunning for perfection, hustling for worthiness, as Brene Brown puts it. And guess what? We end up being our own worst critics. Now, I have worked with all kinds of women, entrepreneurs, creatives, top-level Fortune 100 company executives. And what I see most often is this: incredibly talented women not realizing their potential because they don't yet see themselves as radiantly powerful leaders. They don't believe in themselves. So what's the solution? Well, first, I think we need to reimagine the terms leadership and power. Now, by leadership, I mean the ability to create and live a life that is in resonance with the truth of who you are. An inside-out approach to making decisions and to being in the driver's seat of your life's path. Hallelujah. Leadership's a mindset. It's a mindset that's cultivated through a deep connection to ourselves and to others. It's a mindset that makes our own self-actualization and the self-actualization of others a priority in our lives. Now, when we women give ourselves permission to own our desires, to accept our experiences and our feelings as not only valid but relevant, when we give ourselves permission to be imperfect, to fail, to be real, when we give ourselves permission to be a fully expressed human being in both work and in life, then and only then do we start to create a version of leadership that the world is absolutely craving today. The world is crying out for women to step into leadership and power. The research shows that within the corporate landscape, increasing women's leadership and increasing representation in those C-suites and the VP positions actually increases engagement, efficiency, innovation, bottom line profits, and leads to better decision making all the way around. That means that there is an increasing demand for women leaders. This means that we women can answer that call on our own terms. We control the supply. And we have the opportunity to really lead change as a result. Not just in the corporate arena, but across the globe. Now the world is changing. We are becoming more interdependent. Humans need each other, not just to survive, but to thrive. Just look at our increasingly connected business models. Airbnb, Lyft, marketing approaches that are more social, financial systems that depend on so much more. And last but not least, our fragile ecology is so interdependent. We are leaving the excessive I focus and moving into an age of we. And in this arena, leadership and power is going to require a more feminine approach. Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft, credits his success with turning Microsoft around to introducing compassionate discourse as a company norm. One of Southwest Airlines' top 3 values is to be loved by their customers. And Southwest is one of the most profitable airlines in the country and the world. So in today's interdependent, culture-conscious, diverse world, where the need for connection and meaning is now at its peak and never been more in demand, those who hone the skills of relationship, self-awareness, empathy, compassion, emotional agility, receptivity, mindfulness, and community, those will be the leaders that truly evolve our world for the better. So we have a strong demand for change, for more women in leadership roles, for a more balanced approach to power. But guess what? It's not happening fast enough. It's taking so long. Linda Gates said at this rate, it's going to take 200 years for us to reach global gender parity. We cannot wait for the culture to change. We cannot wait for it to feel safe before we fully express ourselves. We need to change the culture by expressing ourselves first, because we women know this space of we. We are the natural leaders in this new inclusive culture. And now is the time to claim it. It is time to emerge. It is time to become manifest, to come out from under, to come into full view, to come into being through transformation. It is time to be seen, to speak up, to be heard, to step out and live the truth of who we are. So join us in this call. I am so proud to be doing this work, and I welcome this community because together we are really going to make a difference. And I am so excited to support you every step of the way. All right, let's do it.